tough little ship. Little.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are now on part 3 of our Defiant build, and I've been cutting out holes for more lights. We have the 2 flasher holes cut there. We have the 2 holes that flank the bridge, and we have these 2 little red things. These are red. I don't know what they are, but they're red. On the bottom, since there were no holes to mark the windows, what I have done is I have put on the decals for the windows. And then I put a couple of nice thick coats of gloss varnish on here. And I'm just going to go back in and cut those windows out. And when I'm done, I'm just going to sand those decals off. So that is my solution to that little there's no windows problem. I've also been working on the engines. I've got the Bassards. They are cut out where I need light to enter in. And on these things, what I've decided to do is, which one's the rear here? I think this is the rear. Yeah, this is the front. Okay, so what I am doing is I'm going to cut one of the pins actually on, I think it's on this one? Yeah, that pin broke off in there. But that doesn't matter. I'm cutting this whole thing off. There is a tongue and groove on this side, so that's not going to matter so much. As long as I have the body pin, the pin, I'm going to keep this pin up here that goes into the body of the ship. But I'm going to cut these 2 out because A, they block the light from getting to the end of the nacelle to this thing that I've been light blocking this. I've thrown a couple of light blocking coats on here. And I masked off that inside grill with some Elmer's glue. But that will definitely be in the way of one of those 2 sections. So not only cutting that out, I'm going to build the bulkhead and those greebly details that are in there. For that, I have, I put this on a piece of paper, traced it, cut out this little guy here, and from that took some styrene and I cut these little bulkheads out. So let's see if we can, I don't even know if this is the right side, the correct side for this, but yeah, there we go. I popped that in there, and it'll have to be adjusted a little bit. I mean, it's a little too big, but that'll fit in there and be the back side of this. It'll also help to diffuse the light I have coming in on this side, and on the back side of this I'm going to put a blue gel to get that blue in here. I'm also going to put all those greeblies in there. So I'm going to get to work with that. I'll be back in a second. As you can see, we have all of our windows carved in there now. Worked fairly well with those decals and just cutting the holes out. And I got some more primer here on the body. I have done some test lighting, and you can see light in here. So that is done. And I've been working on these little guys here, the whole engine assembly. And we have some greeblies done. I had to readjust the shape of these as I did not take into account that this part of the hull is wrapped around it. When this goes on here, this part of the hull comes into this cavity, so I just had to cut out the end here. And you will see a little bit of detail. You won't see much, but when these are in here, you will see a little bit. Also, I've took off the larger pin and left on the little pin as kind of a guide marker of where I'm going to put the back plate here, this bulkhead. It's kind of an example here. You can see, they'll get that the blue gel, give me that nice kind of fluorescent blue, and you really can't see a ton behind here. But you'll be able to see a little bit. See if I can kind of angle it. It's blowing out, the blue is getting blown out here. Let us move it farther away. It'll be more like this. So yeah, you can see some of those greeblies, but they're mainly shapes, and that's the look I'm going for right there, that kind of blue right like that. Alright, as you can see, I have everything now painted, and that's what I've been focusing on for the last couple of days here is getting everything ready for assembly. Unfortunately, I'm out of time for this week, so next week we'll be getting into the electronics and we'll go through that step by step. I think I'm changing some of my lighting scheme, but I want to thank everything for watching, and I hope to see you again next week. Take care.